Assalamu alaikum, Adam and Bilal.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now, can I ask you the question that my cousin wanted to know about Muslims?
Yes, that's why I came back to you today. What's the question?
He asked me, if women are equal in Islam, why is the man the head of the household and women can't work?
Oh, that's a great question.
Bilal, have you ever worked at a company before?
Yes, I had a summer job before I started my own business.
Was there an owner of the company?
Yes, of course.
Was there a supervisor of the company?
Yes,
Were there managers in that company?
yes,
Were there workers working under those managers?
yes, I was one of them.
Okay. What would happen if all the workers left the job at the same time? No one wanted to work for that company again, and they couldn't hire anyone else.
Well, they would obviously go out of business.
So, is the owner, the supervisor, or the managers more important than the workers?
No, they are all important. They all have jobs to do.
So, would it be wrong for us to say that they are all equally important?
No, it would not be wrong for us to say that they are all equally important.
So, they are different, with different responsibilities, but equal at the same time, right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, in the same way, but as a higher example of this, Allah is the owner. The husband and father is the supervisor. The wife and mother is the manager. And the children are the workers.
Wow, that's an excellent example.
Thanks for explaining that to me. But why can't the woman work?
Every woman is allowed to work. But when she works, that is her own personal money. It is the husband's sole responsibility to provide for all the financial, physical, and educational needs of his family.
But why can't she help with the household expenses?
She can if she wants to, but it's not her responsibility. So her husband can't order her to do that. It is her choice to do that or not to do that.
Why don't some men want their wives to work?
Well, you have to ask yourself, why does she want to work? This could be to do work that she loves or to earn money for herself. In both of these cases, she must not neglect her primary responsibility to take care of her children that Allah has blessed her with. If she cannot fulfill that responsibility of marriage, then she cannot work. Not because her husband prevented her, but because Allah has made it forbidden if her children are left without anyone to watch over them and to care for their needs.
Are there any other reasons?
Yes, if the environment that she will work in will prevent her from practicing her religion or expose her to harm from men, then it is also forbidden. In this case, her husband could arrange for her to be able to work from home or only work with women to guard her Islam. If she is working for money, her husband can give her a monthly allowance so that there is no need for her to work at all.
Yes, those are good solutions.
Most cases of women getting into illegal relationships with other men is after they start working with men or being in contact with men outside of her home or perhaps online. Islam even wants to protect the women from these kinds of destructive family harms.
Oh, I see. This goes back to the protection of the women like we spoke about before.
That's correct.
Are there any other reasons why a woman should not work?
Well, there are other questions that we should ask ourselves.
What questions?
We should ask ourselves, if a woman can do a job that a man could do, should she do it? For every woman that has children, her children are being raised by someone else, whether it is the streets, themselves, or a daycare center. The children lose the connection with their mother and the motherly love that they want and need at home.
Wow, that's a good point.
This not only increases the chances of a woman getting into an illegal relationship with a man that is not her husband, it also removes a possible job that a man with children could have. So the question is not whether a woman can do the same job that a man can do, but instead the question is whether or not she should do the job that a man can do.
Ah, I see the problems that it creates.
It destroys the natural balance of the family structure that Allah wants us to implement. Men are jobless, with a wife or wives and children. The women are working with their children in the streets or in daycare centers.
Are there any other problems that this creates?
Yes, of course. With so many men losing their jobs, it also leads to divorces or the avoidance of getting married because they cannot handle the responsibility of a wife and children. When a woman gets pregnant that he is having a relationship with, he runs away from that responsibility. And if he is married, it leads to a divorce. That is why there are so many one-parent households, and many of these children become criminals, drug addicts, or commit suicide. Others just try to survive with many emotional problems.
Wow. I didn't know women working could lead to so many problems.
Yes, so we have to be careful. A woman should only work out of necessity and within healthy environments. In fact, the way that people should be looking at women who don't work is as a woman who is being treated like queens because they don't have to work and they are provided for and given everything that they want, need, and desire, financially, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Wow. I never thought of it that way. You're right. Muslim women are actually treated like queens. Instead of being forced to go out and work in a stressful workforce, she gets to stay home and get money and everything provided for her, and to show her love and care to her children who want it and need it.
Wow, you are so right, Ahmed. Thanks for that information. I liked what you said before. The question isn't whether a woman can do the job of a man, but the real question is, should she do the job of a man? That was a fantastic speech, Sheikh Ahmed.
Do you have any more questions?
Yes, but I'll wait until tomorrow to ask you.
Thanks, because I have to go home now. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.